what's going on with the controversy surrounding It Ends With Us? Let me break it down for you. And no, this drama isn't about what happens within the movie story, but rather what's happening outside of it. It all started when fans began to notice that Justin Baldoni was doing interviews, press tours, and other promotional activities very separately from the rest of the cast. We never saw him together with Blake Lively or any other person involved in the movie, not even, for example, with the author of the book. That's when the suspicions began, especially since he didn't appear at the red carpet events or at the movie screening in New York City, which was the biggest red flag imaginable because this man is the director. Something major must have happened for the director to miss the premiere of his own movie. Another clue was that Justin Baldoni still follows Blake Lively, who is his co-star and also a producer of the movie, and Colleen Hoover, the author of the book, on Instagram, but they don't follow him back, even though they were following him just a few months ago. This was the decisive indicator that something was definitely going on. However, it has now been revealed that all the drama was due to creative differences between Blake Lively as producer and Justin Baldoni as director. By the way, this is the perfect example of why it's not a good idea to produce, direct, and star in a movie all at the same time. But hold on, because creative differences are just the tip of the iceberg, and here's why. It all starts with the filming of the rooftop scene, which is this one right here. This scene, this part of the book, is very, very important because it serves as the foundation of the relationship and trust that builds between Lily and Ryle. It's analytical, deep, and serious, which is crucial, especially given the subject matter of the film, which, as we know, deals with domestic violence. The screenwriter of the movie mentioned that it felt strange during filming that they were saying dialogues and lines that she hadn't written, but she attributed it to the emotions and improvisation of the moment. However, it was Blake Lively herself who revealed that the iconic rooftop scene was written by her husband, Ryan Reynolds. She said, in her own words, that it's not uncommon for them as a married couple to help each other with their respective projects. She also added that his movies or series are as much hers as they are his, and vice versa. It's said that this caused controversy because director Justin Baldoni didn't agree with the type of humor Ryan wanted to inject into that scene. From the start, he felt there shouldn't be any humor in this movie, precisely because of the serious themes it tackles. However, the biggest issue arose during the filming of the movie's final scene, as by that point there were so many creative differences that each of the main figures opted to film their own ending. So, there were two endings, each approached from completely opposite perspectives, and of course, only one could make it into the final cut of the film. Justin Baldoni directed his own short, his own ending, but Blake Lively's ending was done by Shane Reed, who, by the way, is the editor of Deadpool, a movie, by the way, starring her husband, Ryan Reynolds. So, now you can probably see why things went wrong between the two of them. It's actually not uncommon to have two or more final cuts for the same movie, which is why they subjected it to a focus group or something similar. This involves showing both endings to the same type of specific and objective audience to see which one is better received. It's kind of like what happened in that episode of Hannah Montana. Now, it's said that Justin Baldoni's ending won by a majority, precisely because it was more realistic, more serious, and slightly more consistent with the movie's plot. But in the end, that didn't matter because the ending that actually made it into the final cut was the one directed by Blake Lively. Rumor has it that this happened because Ryan Reynolds used a bit of his influence to ensure that his wife's ending was the one that ultimately appeared in the movie. Now, having told you all this, it makes sense that the director decided to distance himself from Blake Lively's cast and even from the author of the book to avoid any further issues. I would even venture to say that Justin Baldoni didn't want to fight this because he knew it would all be in vain. If they denied him the final cut of the movie despite being the director, just imagine. And in fact, the controversy doesn't end there because many people believe that Justin Baldoni, as the director, is the only person in this movie who is truly conveying the right message. In every interview, He tirelessly emphasizes that this is not a romantic story, that it shouldn't be romanticized, that it's not okay, and that it's a story of abuse. He hasn't missed a single opportunity to make this clear. On the other hand, some people criticize Blake Lively for using the movie's press tour to promote her new line of hair products. So, just like the two endings that were filmed for this movie, we have two very different approaches to promoting the film. She's being criticized because people feel that this is not the right time for that kind of promotion. Also, it wasn't cool that Ryan Reynolds got involved in the interviews, adding his characteristic humor when, once again, this isn't the right moment for that, given the type of movie it is. The film's central theme is domestic violence, so the minimum expectation is that it be treated with the seriousness and respect it deserves. And obviously, neither the screenwriters, the author, nor the rest of the cast were going to complain about all this, which is precisely why Justin Baldoni decided to take a step back and focus on promoting the movie with the correct, serious, and respectful message that should have been emphasized all along. What do you all think about this controversy? I'll be reading your comments. See you in the next video. Bye.